folks, social media team.
Not yet.
All right.
Oh, there's gonna be lag.
Yeah, there is a little bit of a lag.
Sure. Lag now.
All right. Are you out there, internets? Are you out there in the great interweb?
Yeah.
All right.
You're live.
Hit it, Will. This isn't going to work. I'm sorry. This isn't going to work. All right. Let's get that off.
I'll hold my breath.
I tried. All right. One more time. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the interwebs. We greet you once again. My name is Seth Kibel, and with me tonight is my pianist, accompanist, child hostage stranded in this house with me, Mr. William Kibel. Say hi, Will.
Hi.
Okay, turn around. That's enough.
All right.
All right. And we've got our social media managers, Sandy Alexander and Josie Kibel back there, handling us on the interweb. Say hi, ladies.
Hi!
Okay, now, Will, thank you. Okay.
It's important.
All right. So Sandy and Josie are handling all the social media commentary. So if you're tuning in and commenting, feel free to interact with them. They may be replying under my name because they've taken over my accounts. But don't be thrown by that. They'd love to hear from you, and we'd love your likes, your shares, your comments, all that stuff. So look, we did this almost about 2 weeks ago, and it went well. We had a few hiccups, but we got some really good positive feedback. We're hoping it will go even more swimmingly this evening. Now, a quick technical announcement. On the bottom of your screen, down, I think like down, wait, I got to do this right. Down,
It's right here.
down here, there we go.
Yeah.
You'll see some information. Our names, our location, the basement, and also a Venmo and a PayPal address. 99% of you need to ignore that information because we know it's a tough time, and we know a lot of people are struggling, and there's a lot of financial insecurity. If there is any question about your finances, we don't want your money. Hold on to it. It's only for those few people, you know, if you happen to own Zoom, for example, or you're the CEO of Netflix, then by all means, please go to those addresses and make a donation to support the Starving Musician Fund. But most of you fellow musicians, artists, people in the food service industry, I mean, so many people are struggling with economic uncertainty these days. We don't want your money. Just tune in, like, comment, share. We love it. All right, I'll talk some more in a bit, but let's do a little more music. How about a Brazilian bossa nova now, Will? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hey, Sandy and Josie, how are things going in social media land?
Well, there are lots of little smiley faces flying all over your
Oh, I
page.
like the smiling baby. See,
It's a good
make
sign.
them go up. Ooh, little smiley faces. Oh, little happy faces. Little wow faces.
We have a visitor from Wisconsin. Nancy from Wisconsin is on.
Wow.
Flo Anito, your favored
Oh,
composition partner.
Flo Anito. Look, if you guys aren't familiar with Flo Anito, check her out. She does some streams of her own. If it wasn't for this whole isolation thing, we'd be doing lots of stuff together. She's one of my favorite musical collaborators. Check her out, floanito.com. We put out an EP together of some politically themed songs last year. It's called Tiny Hands. That's all I'll say about that for now.
Russell Full says, man, Will's really tearing it up tonight.
Well, thank you, Russell.
Thank
Will
you,
is
Russell.
tearing it up tonight.
That's right.
He most certainly is. All right. Excellent. Well, look, we're going to keep going. One thing that a bunch of people said after our last live stream was more Klezmer. At least I imagine that's what they said. So we're going to do a traditional Klezmer tune for you now. This is one of those tunes that goes back hundreds of years. Who knows who first wrote it? That great Jewish composer Anonymous, or Anonymous Steen, Anonymous Berg, whatever. It's called A Nacht in Gan Eden, which translated from the Yiddish into English means a night in the Garden of Eden. And I think that's pretty much a perfect description for the times we're living in, although I'm told that in the Garden of Eden, they had plenty of toilet paper. I'm used to hearing no one laugh at my jokes. 1, 2. All right. So look, when we did this last time, there were a few requests, and we want to get to at least some of those requests during this performance. One request was a request for a song from my 2014, I think it was, jazz children's album. Jazz for Kids album, which I entitled Jazz for People Who Are Shorter Than Me, which at this point is only one person living in this house, and that's not for much longer. But anyway, one song I recorded on that album was an old Dixieland standard that George Lewis used to do and all these other great New Orleans musicians called Ice Cream. And I'd like to make this a sing-along, if you will. So I want you to all sing along with me on the verse at home. Now repeat after me. Ice cream. A little louder, please. Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Oh, that's much better. You scream.
You scream.
We all scream.
We all scream.
For ice cream.
For ice cream.
Rock.
Rock.
Rock my baby rock. All right, that was great. That was fantastic. All right,
Participation
you
going.
guys are the best choir I have heard all night. Okay, let's give this a try. I'll go around once first. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Please listen to Dr. Fauci. Stay at least 6 feet away from me. I scream, you scream. Everybody wants ice cream now. Rock, rock my baby, rock. Take it, Will. Stay more than 6 feet away from me. All right, now everyone. I scream, you scream. Everybody wants ice cream now. Rock, rock my baby, rock. All right, we're gonna go around one more time. So, Sandy and Josie, how are things looking out there in social media land?
Wonderful. I think there are several thumbs up for Dr. Fauci.
Oh, nice. Yep.
He well deserves. Heather Foal also loves Will on the piano. Will is charming the Foals this evening.
Excellent. Will's getting some love, some internet love.
And I will say that Brendan Lane's autocorrect called me bossy.
Wow.
And I'm not thrilled about that, but then he switched it to howdy.
Oh, interesting. All right. Thank you, Brendan. It is good to have you back on the mainland.
Joe?
Mike Stanton is enjoying your concert while they eat dinner.
That's fine. You can eat
Great.
dinner. You can have a beverage.
And Spencer is eating ice cream.
Oh, excellent. That's perfect. Well, look, one question I often get asked is people say, Seth, we know the clarinet and the saxophone work with this reed, but how on earth do you attach the reed to the instrument? Aha! That's where this thing called a ligature comes in. There's a ligature on the clarinet. There's a ligature on the saxophone. That attaches the reed to the mouthpiece and to the instrument. Without the ligature, none of this would happen. And my ligatures are made by a wonderful company called Rovner Products. And I am proud to be a Rovner product ambassador. All joking aside, these are wonderful people, a wonderful company. If you're a horn player, you know about them, look them up. They've been tremendously supportive of me over the years, and I want to be supportive of them as well. Okay, so let's do another song. How about a little Frank? Well, let's do a little Frank. All right, we're going to do a little Frank for you. We hope you enjoy it. Intro, if you would be so kind. Yes. All right. A few other important thank yous I want to make sure to get. A bunch of people out there in the interwebs told me ahead of time they were going to share this stream on their platforms and helped advertise it and promote it. I'm not going to get everyone because I don't even know everyone who's sharing it. But I know, for example, the good folks of J by J from the Edlovich Jewish Community Center in Washington, D.C. have been promoting this live stream and are carrying it as well. And hopefully, when this is all over, I will be back down there for a lot of different events and concerts. It's a great place, and I love doing events down at the Edlovich JCC in D.C. Also, the good folks of Jazz on the Tube have been broadcasting this. Look, if you're a jazz fan and you don't know about Jazz on the Tube, check it out. Google it. I think it's jazzonthetube.com. It should be easy to find. They send out daily YouTube videos, great jazz videos every day with historical commentary, loads of incredible music you probably never would stumble across on your own. So check out the folks of Jazz on the Tube. They're pretty awesome. So look, we just did a Moon song. We're actually going to do another Moon song right now. I didn't even realize this when I was putting the set list together. This is a request from the last concert. Someone requested this. It's a beautiful Yiddish song called Shein V'di Levon, which translated from Yiddish into English means as beautiful as the moon. It's a Yiddish love song. Speaking of love, you know who I love? All of the people who are working their bottoms off during this crisis. I'm talking about our healthcare workers, our doctors, our nurses, our receptionists, everyone in hospitals, doctors' offices. I'm talking about grocery store clerks. I'm talking about food delivery people, people working in restaurants. I mean, there are so many people who are working throughout this crisis at great personal risk and cost to make sure we as a society can weather this storm. And I know everyone's saying it, but I need to add my voice as well. Just can't say enough for how grateful we are for all you're doing for us. We do appreciate it. Anyway, let's do this song, Shein V'di Levon. 1, 2, 3. for those of you just joining us, my name is Seth Kibel. This is my accompanist and son, William Kibel, on piano. We're going to play for you till around 8, maybe a little after 8 or so. Thank you for joining us. Now, again, this stuff at the bottom, I have a hard time pointing. Like with the Venmo and PayPal information, 98.7% of you, I want to completely ignore that. We know people are struggling. We know there's a lot of financial insecurity. We don't want your money. Just give us your likes, your shares. Send those little smiley faces like floating on up towards the top of your screen. That's great. Tell your friends, comment, all that stuff. Now, if you happen to be independently wealthy, if your last name is Bloomberg or Steyer or Gates, by all means, make a donation. We'd be happy to have it. If you have a few $1,000s sitting in your couch cushion, go for it. But most of you, we're just happy to have you join us this evening. Sandy and Josie, what's going on the interwebs?
We have been joined by two of our favorite young ladies,
Yes.
Miss Michaela Kibel and Miss Vivian Alexander.
Oh, Michaela and Vivian, my nieces. Hi, guys.
I'm seeing some donations specifically being sent towards the pianist and the social media helper, with warnings that we should not be skimming it for beer money.
Really? Interesting. Interesting.
No promises. No promises.
I like
being
where
made
they're
there.
coming from.
Yeah.
Josie?
O'Neill says awesome.
Hey.
Yes, he
Anil.
does. Yes, he does.
My man. All right. Go Eagles. Well, look, this next tune is another request that was made during our last performance. And some of you may recognize this. We learned this tune really a long, long time ago. In a bar, I think, far, far away. I'm just going to have this friend of mine listen to the tune as well. Yub nub. Yub nub. All right, we're going to put him right here. All right, there we go. All right, there you go, sir. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoop them.
We've been quarantined too long.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so back to planet Earth. This next song is an old song that, as my good friend Vladimir Friedman likes to say, so many cultures have fought and argued over who first wrote this song, that there's practically been wars fought over it. I think most people say it's a Turkish song originally, although I know the Greeks have claimed it, and the Jews have claimed it, although that's wrong. It's called Misirlou, and this is many people know it through Dick Dale and Pulp Fiction. Anyway, this is our arrangement of Misirlou. Okay. You can start with a vamp there, sir.
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Sandy and Josie, what's going on there in the interwebs?
Well, people are so entranced by the music that they are not necessarily talking to us.
That's
but
fine.
just listening intently. I will say that Will's created quite a fan club that now includes Rhonda, Arlene, and Janet.
Wow. All right.
So Janet says his dad isn't bad either.
Oh well. I hear how you are.
John David Coppola says howdy.
Hey, John DC, how you doing? My old bandmate from many years ago in the last millennium in a band called the Van Dangos. Look it up. You might be able to find something. All right, let's do a ballad now.
All right.
How about Misty by Mr. Errol Garner?
Last 4.
Yes, please. you. Thank you. Sandy, what's up?
Well, our friend Maya is smiley bombing
Ooh,
your thread.
excellent. I love a smiley bomb.
A full stream.
Yeah, come on. Bring him up. Bring him up. Smiles. Come on up. Love it.
A few grumpies and some random things.
Excellent.
Um,
Happy birthday. Oh, my goodness. That's true. Our good friend, my mother-in-law, Will's grandmother, Naomi Alexander. Her birthday is coming up, what, in 2 days?
the 10th.
The 10th, which is Friday.
Yeah.
So, Naomi Alexander, we want to wish you a very happy birthday. Yes, what he played. And we hope you have a great birthday. Stay 6 feet away from everyone except for Ed, and especially stay 6 feet away from any and all gators.
Happy birthday, Mom!
There you go. So we got 2 more songs for you. For our penultimate selection, we're going to play Duke Ellington's theme song. Now, Duke Ellington was, as you probably know, a prolific and gifted composer. But ironically enough, his theme song, his single biggest hit, he did not write. It was written instead by his protege, his mentee, if you will, the great Billy Strayhorn. And Billy Strayhorn wrote this song based on the directions Duke had given him on how to get to his apartment, which is you take the A train up to Sugar Hill in Harlem. If they had GPS back then, there would have been no song. Also, there'd be no song today, because you don't take the A train, you don't go to Duke's apartment, you stay the heck home.
Oh,
All right.
topical. No.
pan back. Whoa! There they are! Say hi, ladies. Okay. Now we'll put this back here. Okay.
Then we ended the stream.
Yes, that's it. Mostly I want to thank all of you people. We've gotten a lot of positive feedback, both tonight and when we did this 2 weeks ago, and it just means the world to us. You know, we live in a very strange time, but one of the few good things about the times we live in is that we have all these tools and devices available to us to help us feel connected to the world at large, even if we're not physically connected to the world at large. So every comment, every like, every share, it just means so much to us. And I really thank you. And we're all going to get through this together. We're all going to be good on the other side. And yeah, I just wanted to say that. All right. Once again, if you're independently wealthy, there's the PayPal and Venmo address. You can make a donation. If you're not independently wealthy, please don't. All we want is your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscribes, all that nonsense. And mostly your good vibes. Okay, we're going to end with one rip-roaring Klezmer tune. We hope you enjoy it. Please, everyone, stay healthy, stay safe, and try to stay at least relatively sane. Do you want to say anything, Will?
Basically summed it up.
All right, well said.
Your shtick is better than mine.
Here we go. Stay hydrated. very much. Everyone, please stay happy and healthy, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks for spending part of your Tuesday evening with us. And everyone, have a great Pesach, a happy Easter, and a happy everything else. We love you. Good night.